Goats are literally masters of physics. The fourth dimension is not time. It is goat. Table held up by buckets resting on it. Physics. Somewhere in the world, a physics professor writes the perfect exam question. Happiness and your knowledge of physics. A chart. Maybe physics will improve my life. No one has ever said that. I learned so many things. Help me. First law of cartoon physics. Gravity doesn't work until you look down. Learn quantum physics in one lesson. Oh, that's one long lesson. Black hole. Anything in front of it. Why is it so easy to stay awake until 6 a.m. but so hard to wake up at 6 a.m. Things in motion tend to stay in motion, while things at rest tend to stay in rest. Physics. Friend. What is your view of the world? Me. Angle of depression. My cat sleeps in this box, and I was seeing how far I could push it to the edge before he jumped out, and your cat is having none of physics. Physics. This man has been decapitated, and all you have to say is, physics? Wow. Other people with a time machine. I'm your granddaughter. Me. Bro, what are you eating? The apple that Newton saw before falling. I took it before it falls. Physics is no more. Flour chocolate dessert. Even my physics grades don't disappoint me that much. Crush. Show me what those fingers can do. Me? They can do a lot of things. Startup idea. Fridge that uses hot exhaust air as house heater. You're never going to believe this. This water jet can cut through everything. Nope, this is not impossible. This duck proved Newton is wrong. Cartoon logic is the opposite of physics logic. I don't understand quantum physics.
I understand quantum physics.
I don't understand quantum physics. A couple of boys about to have a physics lesson. They're about to be hurt. Badly. But it's okay, it's part of growing up. When you get bored in physics class, this is how I like to imagine Albert Einstein was posing for this photo. An engineer who graduated from an online class. Well, what's worse, an online class or using AI to do all the work for you? That's the reality of 2026. Weak people revenge. Strong people forgive. Intelligent people ignore. Me, after ignoring air resistance. Petition together all physics teachers and ban this. Studying physics. Almost done. Almost. Oh yes, I'm done. Oh, no, I'm not done. This is like with anything in the world. Counting calories doesn't work. The calories in, calories out concept is tragically flawed. New research suggests. It's just physics, bro. Reporter eats pies for a month. Loses 8 kilos. What people think Transformers look like versus what they actually look like. String theorists be like, just one more dimension, bro. One more dimension will fix the theory, bro. Believe me. MC2 equals E. It's E equals MC2. I don't care. Newton is still the best. Oh, they got blocked by Albert. But based on my understanding of physics, there's no way he made it. Quantum physics be like, there are 6.5 billion differences in this picture. Find them. Tip. The answer depends on where you stand. Roses are red, roses are blue, depending on their velocity relative to you. Heavy objects fall faster than light ones. No one cares to check if this is true for 2,000 years. When they finally crack nuclear fusion, how will they convert that energy into electricity? Don't tell me it's gonna be boiling water again. Feeling like a genius. Feeling like an idiot. Me, while solving physics problems. Cyclist uses his knowledge of physics and aerodynamics to adopt a plank position and increase his speed. Challenging physics, mathematics, gravity, engineering, space, time, NASA, Einstein, and the Holy Spirit. And also cheating death. The existence of a donut-shaped planet is technically possible as it doesn't violate any laws of physics. Me, roasting my classmate. Light travels faster than sound. That's why you appear brighter until you speak. My physics teacher. Maria's room in my physics exam. After I calculate that her room temperature is very, very, very hot. Laws in physics. Here is a law. It is applicable to everybody and everything in the universe. In chemistry, here is a law only 2 elements follow, and others are exceptional to it. Our physics teacher was shouting on our class. I had to put her to 5% just so my ears didn't blow out. Then, to show her what she was doing, I took off my headphones and then put her to 100%. Then, I linked my input and output to be the same. My teacher was burst out by her own voice. I went to my first physics lecture this quarter, and the professor literally told us, I wrote the textbook for this course, but I'm going to pirate it for you guys because I hate my publishers. A true people's hero. What if water didn't have surface tension, and whenever you spilled some, the whole floor of your entire apartment was covered in a 2 micrometer deep puddle? Terraria. Even today with all our modern technology, we still can't replicate them. The physics just doesn't add up. Are you kidding me? We definitely can replicate them. We can make them way better nowadays. Elden Ring has 0 plant physics. If you want plant physics, you should maybe go outside. Mercury is so dense that an iron anvil floats in it. Press your forehead every time you forget the unit. In final answer, me, after the physics exam. Because of physics, my low bore axis reduces muzzle flip. It's so much easier to stay on target. That refrigerator would be so dead if it were a human body. Physics is the law. Everything else is a recommendation. Chemistry, biology, and every other law. Classical physics, quantum physics. No, you can't just devise a theory with 26 dimensions and no observational support and say it solves all of your problems. Strings go brrr. Your building is on fire. Jump from window with a chair. Wait till the chair is about to touch the ground. Jump from the chair and land safely. This is not just physics logic, this is kids logic. I used to think like this. How Neil deGrasse Tyson feels like explaining high school physics on random podcasts. Normal cars need gas, like so. But with a slight modification, this car is now always going downhill. This works because of angles. Thank you for your considerations. Calm down. My opinion on quantum physics is that we should stop looking into it. It's none of our business, and frankly, the particles seem to agree. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. Star with a diameter of 750 million kilometers. Let's not forget the time Captain Jack Sparrow broke the laws of physics. My physics teacher keeps using this sticker. Wait, you have your teacher on WhatsApp? I hope it's a group chat for all the students. Quantum physics exists. Schrödinger's cat. Now it's time for the durability test. Classical mechanics physics. Here is the formula, and this will happen precisely like you calculated. Quantum physics. What the hell is happening? Math, over your head. Chemistry, just slightly over your head. Physics, nope, not near your head. And you know nothing about physics. Yeah, also just about guns. Maybe her first time. Mathematicians, just multiply by dx. No. Physicists, is a cow a sphere? Yep. You know what happens when a 40-kilogram kid is jogging with speed of 8 kilometers an hour and an 8,000-kilogram truck hits him from behind with speed of 50 kilometers an hour? I don't know, I'm not good at physics. He passes away. Yeah. Anyway, I lost my license today. Probability. Listen here, you little grandfather paradox. I'm born. Create time machine. Go into past. Kill grandfather. Father not born. I'm not born. I don't create time machine. I can't go into past. Grandfather alive. Father born. I'm born. Found this in my physics textbook. Screw physics. I'm flying. Are they just showing what would happen if you could walk on air? When you're a kid, one teacher walking into another teacher's classroom is the biggest crossover event reality has to offer. My physics and English teacher hated each other, and the physics teacher made a habit of getting grades back to students as quickly as possible. And one day, he just walked into her classroom and started handing back tests while she was trying to lecture. The physics teacher. It's so messed up that if you get a burger from anywhere else besides Five Guys, you have literally no way of knowing how many guys were involved in that process. 0 guys. Impossible according to physics. 1 guy. No way, where's the accountability? 2. Maybe dependent on years of experience. 3 guys. Getting warmer. 4 guys. Okay, maybe, but how do you break a tie? 5 guys. Solid number of guys. 6 guys. Are you insane? Is this a joke to you? Every physics concept. The Indian guy explaining it on YouTube. Physics professor explaining it. What is spin exactly? It's like when a ball spins, but it's not a ball, and it doesn't spin. This one sparks joy, and this one does not. Physics. If Isaac Newton slept under a coconut tree. I forgot to do my physics homework. Oh, it's just hashtag 1 to 2, that's fine. 1A, 1B, 1C, 1D, 1E, 1F, 1G, 1H, 1I. Physics and philosophy. A curious young mind who wants to understand the universe down to its fundamentals. Did you just take both pills? There's no I in team. What kind of reach? Students invent bacteria that eat plastic. Kim Kardashian is crying. Physics. Why can't you just be normal? Water. Me explaining that a pregnant horse can run faster because it has 2 horsepower. My physics teacher. Me ready to do my test in physics. I failed all this time so I can stack these fails up to win. How to solve a physics problem. Pencil, eraser, paper. First, write down Newton's second law. Then solve equations. Get some algebraic garbage. This garbage is like your life. It's a mess beyond solving and nobody loves you. Matter, antimatter combined equals a big kaboom. Some people. Physics is boring. Meanwhile, physics in the ocean. A diver captured the moment. 2 bubble rings collided, dissolving into each other to form one large circle. Join the resistance. I leave hot food out for too long, it becomes cold. But if I also leave cold food, it becomes warm. That doesn't seem fair. Physics, a hard subject. Chemistry, another hard subject. Physical chemistry, an even harder subject. Literally no one. Physics books. Assume that a penguin is a circular cylinder. Regular teacher. School librarian. History teacher. Physics teacher. It's called sea level for a reason. The physics of water. Which one is correct? Hey physics, why do you wear that mask? I'm taking that mask off. It's maths. Let's keep this on. Maybe if millennials spent less on brunch and more on particle physics research, they could travel to 1974 and afford a house. Just a thought. Anime Bob Physics and flat earthers too far from reality. Scientists achieved self-sustaining nuclear fusion, but now they can't replicate it. Scientists, me during my physics exam, that 3.4 pound freshly salted and toasted roast beef in my backpack. Physics, maths, chemistry, biology. Oof, physics is the worst, and maths, the rest are fun. What happens when you study thermodynamics? Cry. You still cry, but now the chart looks like Pac-Man. Belgian-Dutch child prodigy. Gets bachelor's degree in physics at age 11. Immortality is my goal. We will watch your career with great interest. Me seeing my physics homework be like, WTF. Schrodinger's cat. This man looks like science. If you're driving a Tesla and it gets stolen, is it now an Edison? This is peak physics joke. Why people in relationships get into other relationships so easy, yet single people remain single. A body in motion stays in motion, while a body at rest stays at rest, unless acted upon by an external force. It's physics. They must be demolishing the old physics lab. This is what nerves related to the teeth look like. Doctors, Android users, physics students, hating Apple. It's not you, it's me. Goodbye, Felicia. Aren't you going to run after him? He'll be back. How are you so sure? Gravity. Where did that gun come from? When physics reunites true love. NASA finds a mirrored Earth. Opposite gravity, physics, motion. So that was a lie. Well, of course it's a lie. It's a TikTok video. This cat is not learning quantum physics. It's not even a baby either. It's a kitten. Physics exists. Goats. My 40-year-old soccer mom. Football mom. Physics teacher put this on her worksheet. A physics problem when I try to solve it for the first time. The same question when the teacher explains it. Maybe if millennials spent less on brunch and more on how to pray before physics exam. Average physics fan versus average geology enjoyer. Electrostatics. It's a branch of physics that studies electrical charges at rest. It is probably easier to teach a dolphin quantum physics than it is to teach you. Okay then, do it. Kids love biology, men love chemistry, legends I do not love physics. I love chemistry and then biology, then physics. Dude in front of me just slept through the entire physics exam. When you get a negative value of a force in a physics exam, the last book that made you cry. University physics. No doubt, tears of joy. You're wrong, Roger. The bike of the dude who rounds up pi to 4. Nearest star to Earth. Alpha Centauri. Sun. Excuse me. Close your eyes, bro. Okay, bro. What do you see, bro? Nothing, bro. That's physics without you, bro. Bro.
Quack, quack, quack.
Regular duck.
Quack, quack, quack.
Particle physicist duck. Why physics teachers should not be given playground duty. Well, they're experimenting, right? They haven't done this before. They'd find out quickly it doesn't work, and then they'd be done with it. 204 countries, 805 islands, 7 seas, 7 billion plus people. And I'm still single because I'm a physicist. Theoretical physicist Max Planck. Before discovering quantum physics and after, there are 2 kinds of nerds. May the force be equal to mass times acceleration. Physics teacher, you have great potential. Me standing on top of a building. My brother is a physics professor and just sent me an assignment turned in by a real-life college student. Okay, I'ma head out. Did too much working. Quantum physics, string theory, Italian quantum physics, spaghetti theory, anti-pasta pasta salad. Me, interested in physics. Calculus, differential equation, probability, black holes, physics exam. Apply Kirchhoff's law. When quantum physicists designed swing, professors started talking about differential equations in physics 2 lecture. 10 high-paying jobs for college dropouts. Scientists caught sperm defying one of the major laws of physics. First time doing an experiment. A laser? I can't believe I get to use a laser. 15th time repeating it. Well, if it isn't my old nemesis. Astronomers and cosmologists. Space doesn't actually look like galaxy-themed iPhone wallpapers. No, space is beautiful. Particle and nuclear physicists. We have no idea what it looks like. Here's an ugly diagram in Comic Sans. Sweet. Me. I'm young and in my prime. My spine. The hell you are. R/they did the math. Looks inside. Physics. Astrophysicists be like, time, seconds, distance, meters, mass, kilograms. Time, seconds, distance, seconds, mass, seconds. Random conspiracy theorists. The pyramids were built by aliens. There's no way the Egyptians could have moved so many big rocks with their simple technology. People who took physics. Well, you'd be surprised at how many things you can do with a bunch of slaves. And not only a bunch of slaves, but a lot of time. Reject modernity. Return to plum pudding. Average math fan. 4 minus 5 equals -1. Average physics enjoyer. 15 minus 260 equals 245. Enough with the portal conundrum. How would you effectively use the technology? So there's 2 portals, endlessly falling water, electricity, wheel. Well, wouldn't you technically lose water because it would evaporate over time? Wouldn't it need to be in like a vacuum or something? Like you would eventually lose water. Physics. Nothing is faster than light. Okay. Also physics. The expansion of the universe is faster than light. Me. What do we want? A time machine. When do we want it? It's irrelevant. You have 8 seconds in the lift with me. What do you say? Do you know if we're accelerating or in a uniform gravitational field? What girls think tension looks like? What boys think tension looks like? What tension really looks like? Absolutely nobody. Geckos. Physics by no means will be boring this semester. My professor, when the car weighs -23 ms and moves at 128% of the speed of light. Minecraft characters be like, the word velocity appears repeatedly in this text. Consider using a synonym in its place. Velocity is synonymous with what? Kilogram pound. Electron volt. Physics student. Were you killed? Schrodinger's cat. Sadly, yes, but I lived. Lord Kelvin. There is nothing new to be discovered in physics now. All that remains is more and more precise. You are wrong. I promise, bro, just one more collider and we will find all the particles. It's just a bigger collider. 100-kilometer collider. Problems in physics books be like, why don't they just let go? They don't want to go for a swim. There's no sharks, I think. Or is it the same diagram where it's got the shark saying E? Is that the right meme? In molecular physics, there is a principle called van der Waals forces, which are the tiny attractive forces between atoms and molecules. This is what allows geckos to stick and climb to almost anything. I'm going to name my son Physics. Then I will be the father of physics. Remember when Taylor Swift turned physics into her own shoe? Solid state physics. Condensed matter physics. Hi, my name is Jobby. I have a PhD in physics and I work for NASA, and I just had to look up the equation for the volume of a sphere. I don't think you should be working for NASA. I love when my cat flings himself into the air after a toy, but he has no style. Straight up ragdoll physics. One day I want to take a video of Yardstick straight up hurling himself into the void. Cats have no conception that there is a future. There is just now in the jingly toy. Your cat's name is Yardstick? He has 3 feet. Talking about physics in video games. Learning actual physics. Yeah, like I'm really enjoying this video that I'm recording about physics, but if you actually make me study physics, I'll be sick. Physics major girls play hardball. If we are the spin values of 2 entangled electrons, and I'm measured to be up, what are you? I'm down. Damn okay, are you free tonight? That's uncertain. You already collapsed the wave function. If you're going 80 miles per hour, how long will it take to go 80 miles? She's the type of girl that would learn sign language, just so she could communicate with her blind friend. I didn't even need to watch the video based off that comment. That's the top comment too. It's got the most likes. It's gotta be true. The 4 wonders of the universe. Elephant's foot. Meaning of life. Anime Bobby physics. Black holes. Jerk math isn't a thing. Jerk math isn't real. Jerk math. You know I've always found you immensely physically attractive, but with your disability, it's like you're only half a man. I don't know, it sounds rude. You weigh almost 250 pounds. It's like you're actually 2.5 women to me. I don't know, it sounds rude. You're the bigger. Kim Eung-yong could speak 4 languages by the time he was 2. Understood algebra at the age of 3. Was a guest student of physics at a university by the age of 4, and was invited by America by NASA at the age of 7. He finished his studies, eventually getting a PhD at the age of 15, and had the highest IQ ever, 210. Highest IQ ever until I was born, 225. Reasons my new physics professor is adorable. On the first day of class, he brought his favorite toy truck from when he was a child. Is from Argentina and has a cute accent and sometimes speaks in Spanish. Teaches us Spanish phrases for fun. Okay, what, bruh? Sounds like you're coming to a crush on your teacher. On the second day of class, he shows us pictures of his cat. Now we're actually getting to some cool stuff. The cat's name is Pants. I saw his teaching notes today and he doodles little flowers in the margins of his notebooks. Brought us a smiley face balloon to cheer us up when the weather was bad. Played with Legos for half of the class.